After Kevin Owens made a shocking announcement that he quit on WWE on the 3rd September edition of Monday Night Raw, rumours immediately began circulating the wrestling world that Kevin Owens would return to WWE with Lesnar's former advocate Paul Heyman, hoping that his alliance with Heyman would once again put him back into the Universal Championship scene. But this turned out to be a damp squib, as WWE made nothing of the storyline and instead had Kevin Owens inexplicably run in to attack Bobby Lashley. There are however still rumours of Paul Heyman returning, but this time joining or creating his own stable. As reported on Ringside News, Paul Heyman Kevin Owens. There is still some talk going around when Paul Heyman does return, he'll have a stable. Maybe Ronda Rousey, maybe Kevin Owens, maybe some other guys. But there's still some talk within the WWE of having Paul Heyman run a stable. Just like he did with other alliances and wrestlers such as Brock Lesnar, RVD and CM Punk, anyone who allies with him is likely destined to be at the top of the company. In this video we look at 5 stables Paul Heyman could join or create when he returns. Number 1. The Undisputed Era. The stable known as the Undisputed Era, who consist of Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, Roderick Strong and leader Adam Cole, have been one of the best stables in NXT, and since debuting last year, the trio have been dominant on the yellow brand. All 4 members hold or have held titles, with O'Reilly and Strong currently at the top of its tag team division as tag champions. Adam Cole was the inaugural NXT North American champion, only recently losing to Ricochet, and whilst Bobby Fish is currently out of action with an injury, he still appears alongside the group as a tag champion, with the group using the Freebird rule. With those achievements, it's fair to say they have conquered NXT and should be called up to the main roster. Paul Heyman could be the catalyst for their main roster debut, shocking the WWE Universe by turning up on either Raw or SmackDown. Just like they have done in NXT, the faction could pose a threat to each division, targeting the tag belts, mid-card and upper-card championships. The only problem is having Heyman do all the talking for them, which wouldn't be a good idea as all 4 members possess great promo skills, but we feel it's the only way Vince would take 4 guys all around the 200-pound range seriously on the main roster. Number 2. Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. The group, collectively known as The Show, have been a dominant force to reckon with on Raw since Braun Strowman turned heel and allied with the former Raw Tag Team Champions. Last week saw the group, with the help of the Raw roster, take out The Shield, cementing themselves as a deadly faction combining power, speed and agility from all 3 members. However, the group's longevity all depends on each individual member, as all 3 could go their separate ways. Strowman could turn his back on the group, turning face again. WWE is rumoured to have big plans for McIntyre, setting his sights on Reigns' Universal Championship, and Dolph Ziggler's contract with WWE is still uncertain. Number 3. The Shield. The Dog, the Lunatic, the Architect, and the Advocate. This could be the potential tagline for The Shield if Heyman allies with them. As before SummerSlam, there was talk of Roman Reigns possibly allying with Paul Heyman, turning heel in the process. Whilst it seems that WWE nixed that idea, it could still be possible, with Paul Heyman becoming a Shield guy. Number 4. Bobby Lashley, Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, and Bobby Roode. Yes, this is a pretty odd mix of different WWE faces and heels, but all 4 have one thing in common. They are all floundering on the Raw roster with meaningless, confusing, and stupid storylines. Both Lashley and Kevin Owens seem to have entered a feud with each other out of nowhere. After the death of Balor Club, Finn Balor has been in nothing significant, and the less said about Roode the better. It's clear they need someone to give them meaning on the brand, and teaming them up in a 4-man stable seems to be the way, with Heyman leading the way. And number 5. Lars Sullivan, the Authors of Pain and Shayna Baszler as the Dangerous Alliance. Paul Heyman managed a number of different stables in different promotions named the Dangerous Alliance. Originally formed in the AWA, Heyman formed an alliance in WCW and ECW, but we think it's time to bring this group back, of course with different members. Whilst there's been talk of Ronda Rousey joining with Paul Heyman, it's unlikely WWE will turn a heel at this point. A better pick could see former NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler in that role, targeting Ronda Rousey. Having 205 Live's GM Drake Maverick manage the Authors of Pain seemed like an odd choice, and whilst Heyman doesn't have to put on a bulletproof vest to fit in with the team, he could serve well as the group's mouthpiece. The last edition of Big Man Lars Sullivan could easily demonstrate the group is certainly a dangerous alliance. What do you guys think? Let us know which stable Paul Heyman could join or create in the comments down below. As always, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.